Hi guys, this is Moni from pte Magic, and firstly I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who have been following my channel and were able to successfully implement the tips and tricks and pass desired scores. Also, thank you to those who have been commenting on my videos for letting me know that they passed their target scores. I really appreciate it and it really means a lot to me. Due to my busy schedule, sometimes I just cannot find enough time to respond to everyone's emails and messages. And today's video will be an opportunity for me to redeem myself. So it will be a Q&A session where I'll give you answers to the most frequent questions that come up on my videos. So let's get started. So the first question is from Japan. Hi Moni, thanks for your video, very helpful, especially for me who never took the PTE test before. I have a question about the speaking speed. I know speed is not the most important in the fluency, but it does affect it a lot. In your video, you speak roughly 3 words per second. I'd like to know how slow of the speaking will affect the speaking score. My current speed is about 2.6 words per second. I'd like to know if I need to try to speed up if I'm aiming for 79 in speaking. It's a really good question because basically fluency is not just about speaking fast. It's also, as I said in my previous video, it's about your flow. So in here she mentioned about 2.6 seconds and also my speed is around 3 seconds. So according to a lot of research that I found related to PTE test, the normal native speaker can speak up to 180 words per minute, which means that for the average read aloud questions which contain 60 words, we should able to speak for 24 seconds, which means that we have to speak 3 words per 1 second. But then even if you speak too fast but you have many unnecessary pauses, then your fluency is still not good enough. Hi Moni, is it necessary to repeat answer like 2 times in answer short questions? So yeah, you probably saw some videos on how I got 90 in speaking, like my very first video on YouTube about how I got 90 in PT speaking in mock test A, and I did repeat some answers twice.
When would it be safer to take a medication which causes drowsiness? Before sleeping, driving, or operating machine?
Before sleeping. And the thing is, it is not compulsory. I mean, I just repeated just in case the first time it was not recorded properly. But if you're sure that it was recorded fine, then you don't really need to repeat it. Dear Moni, I'm struggling a lot in speaking. The main problem is my pronunciation because I always got pronunciation between 30 to 45. Can you please give me advice? What should I do? My fluency is good as I always got between 80 to 90 in fluency. I need 79 plus. I'm getting 8 in reading and writing, but speaking and listening is always between 70 and 76. I'm very fed up because I gave so many exams and getting same results again and again. So could you please help me? Pronunciation is probably one of the main concerns that many PT aspirants have been experiencing. And as I said in my previous video, fluency obviously is more important. However, if your pronunciation is not good enough, then computer cannot catch your content. From my own experience, I noticed that many people got low score in pronunciation even though the pronunciation is not too bad. So it might be caused by many factors like the way you put your microphone and also your pitch or your pace, as well as when your fluency is too high, it may mean that you spoke too fast and you're probably missing or like skipping middle syllables or ending sounds. So try to record different audios and show it to your friends or like someone else and ask them if they can understand what you're actually speaking. Then if your pronunciation is easy to understand, then it will be good enough. Hi Moni, some people say that female voice sometimes too high tone, thus the computer cannot recognize female voice very good. What is your opinion? Should I try to speak in a warmer tone? My pronunciation mark is really low. It's a very good question. So I've noticed that some of my students who are from Japan or Korea who have very high pitch, after switching to like deeper voice, they were able to improve their score.
Do you hear anything? I hear a woman's voice.
So it might be a good thing to try to change if you believe that your pronunciation is not too bad. Does speaking for 34 seconds in described image and retail lecture affect oral fluency marks significantly? This question is more about the content because, as you know, speaking is based on oral fluency, pronunciation, and content. Like, the better content you can deliver, the better your scores will be. Hi Moni, I got 89 oral fluency at mock exam, but in the real exam I have got 51, which is too low for me. Do you think that could be because of the location of microphone, or is that from something else? I also witnessed few of cases like this where a student got high score in mock test and then in the real test he got a lower score. Okay, so it might be also due to questions, the questions difficulties. You might not have troubles with the questions in the mock test, but when you go to the real test, you might have sentences in read aloud containing difficult words, the one that hard to pronounce, and also repeat sentence might be longer and more difficult. Another reason might be psychological factors, so maybe at home you feel more comfortable and you feel more relaxed. But as you said, your microphone can also play certain roles, so make sure that you check your microphone until you can hear your voice clearly. My question is that if my speed of speech is normal in read aloud and it's fast in described image, then will I lose fluency marks? It should be fine, but it really depends on how different are the speed. If you speak too fast in read aloud but too slow in described image, then again it's not really acceptable for fluency. Try to keep the same speed for both of them, but for repeat sentence it might be a bit slower. Hi Moni, I'm struggling in listening and writing. Could you please help me in this, because I have attempted PTE exam almost 10 times, but my score is not improving. My aim is to get 79 in all. You need to know where your listening and writing scores are coming from. Okay, especially you need to look at the tasks that will contribute to both listening and writing, which are firstly summarize spoken text, secondly fill in the blanks, and thirdly dictation. Writing dictation. If you're not getting your desired scores in listening and writing, it means that you have troubles with those three sections. So try to work on those tasks and check your spellings and your grammars carefully, as well as include more keywords when you do summarize spoken text. Moni, I have a question in repeat sentence. Is it required to follow the tone of the speaker when we speak in repeat sentence, or we can just speak in monotone as well? Second question, does the pronunciation score come from read aloud in the score report? I noticed that pronunciation is important in read aloud, but the score goes to reading section, and only oral fluency is evaluated in read aloud. Is that true?
Is that true?
To answer the first question about repeat sentence, you don't really need to follow the tone of the speaker, because it might even distract you. Okay, but sometimes I see that a lot of people imitate the tone. It really depends on individuals, but it's not compulsory to imitate the speaker's accent or like the tone of the speaker. To answer your second question, if you watch my previous video, pronunciation is coming from all 5 tasks in speaking, and especially from read aloud. Hi Moni, as you said in writing dictation, can we write both the plural and singular form of words? If not sure, I learned somewhere that any extra words in writing dictation do not count in negative marking. Instead of reading somewhere, we need to refer back to the score guide. So let's have a look at the score guide. In the score guide, it only says that you get 1 point for each correctly spelled word. It doesn't mention anything about negative marking and about grammar, which means that you might be allowed to input additional words. But from my own perspective, I don't think you should do it too often. Maybe once or twice is okay, but not too often. Dear Moni, I used to position above the nose as you showed in your video, but I'm struggling to get 79 plus. Always ends up on 75 to 78. Now I really think it's not working for me. Please suggest me something. My natural voice is loud. Guys, you should know that just because you're speaking is not 79 yet, it's not necessary due to microphone. It's also because of your pronunciation and fluency, and maybe because of your content. Look at your content in described image, in retail lecture, and also see how you do in repeat sentence if you need to practice more repeat sentence. A few months ago, I appeared for the IELTS test and scored 7.5 in speaking, but yesterday when I gave score test A for PT Academic, I got a terrible score in speaking. Can you suggest what might have gone wrong? First of all, your IELTS speaking is very good. 7.5 is quite good for PTE because you can achieve 79 easily. But you need to remember that there are different approaches for PTE and IELTS, so you can't speak the same way as when you speak in IELTS in PTE. And the second thing is that I'm not sure if you've done the real test, but when you do the mock test at home, you know, the low scores can be caused by the quality of your microphone and also of your computer. So maybe have a look again, or otherwise you can send me your recordings. I would like to know if listening blanks, if I write generalize with Z instead of British spelling, generalize with S, would that be okay?
Who are you? British American?
You can go back to my videos about spelling. So with the spelling, it doesn't matter which one you choose, but once you pick one spelling, you need to be consistent in the same task. So for example, there are 5 different blanks in the listening fill in the blanks, then all of those words need to be in one type of spelling, either British spelling or US spelling. You cannot mix them, okay? Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'm really happy that I can help so many people around the world pass PTE, or at least have more motivation to pass the test. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to click the subscribe button below and also to like and comment on my videos. Thank you guys, and until next time, bye!